What's up, everybody? I'm gonna try and make this not into a long video. I'm inspired tonight because there's been a lot of videos I've seen. It's funny that mine will be like kind of the third video. Uh, First was Jay and Wendy explaining to the public why they destroyed the war machine because I guess they got a lot of shit for it. It's their shit. They can do whatever they want to do with it. I thought it was hilarious. I was like, wow. I thought it was. I didn't even realize it was a hot. I kind of skipped to the middle because I really wanted to see if he was going to destroy it, and he did. And I was like, wow. And then the first thing that thought to mind was maybe there was a defect with it. And Sideshow, of course, says you got to show proof that you destroyed it. So I was like, that's probably the reason why they're doing it. I can't see them um, destroying a figure when they cherish these things so much. But they got a lot of shit for it, which is standard on YouTube. So to them, um, don't sweat it. Uh, I saw that video and then I just seen Rick's video of the Undisputed Truth. I watched the whole thing. Believe it or not, I still watch Rick's videos. Actually, I never stopped uh, watching his videos. So let's just kind of clear this out in the air. Um, I have nothing against Rick. I actually asked Rhino. Uh, I couldn't make it this past weekend on Figure Talk, but I wanted to be on Figure Talk only if Rick was going to be on there because I felt that um, I kind of wanted to get things out in the open because to me, I feel like it was a misunderstanding, and I think a lot of people don't understand, or how should I say, a lot of people misinterpret who Odell is because you're not on this side of the screen and you're not seeing or hearing the things that I go through, whether if it's on a daily basis, weekly basis, or whatever. So I'm trying to get understanding in everybody. For Rick, um, we already talked about the issue between him and Mike, that I instigated that, and that was my fault, and I even apologized about that. The second incident happened last year when, not in 2013, not this past Christmas, but the previous Christmas before that, when Mike was doing the giveaway. There was a lot going on. I had the contest that Tess just won, and then he won. I had the Hot Toys giveaway that I was doing, and then there was Mike's charity that was going on that I said that I was going to contribute to. I've got a video on it and everything. So to clear everything in the air, I was not able to contribute to it because I had a family emergency, but I never really went in depth in it, and I'm about to go in depth in it now. I'm not going to put too much of my family business out there, but I think people really need to get an understanding of this. Um, that week that everything was going to be sent to Mike, literally, I get a phone call from my father telling me that my mother is at the train station down in Memphis. My sister got on the train. She's coming home because she had her daughter, her 2-year-old daughter, with her, and he said, your mom is having a nervous breakdown. She's talking about she can't come home, whatever. I tell him, I'm calling you back. And I call my mother. She's just telling me she can't come home. Um, she has to fix things down there because she was taking care of my great aunt down there. And she kind of, when you have a nervous breakdown, it's sometimes it's due to stress and lack of rest. And my mom was doing a lot of traveling back and forth. Uh, she has the biggest heart in this fucking world, and she wore herself out. And when you do that, it takes a toll on your body, and everything from the mind on down just completely shuts down. And that's what happened. So I dropped everything. Um, Mind you, the Hot Toys giveaway that I was doing, that figure was being delivered to my sister's house for Christmas. So I dropped everything, packed a bag, never went to work for the rest of that week. Went home, picked up my dad, drove through a fucking blizzard to get to my dad, picked him up, drove down there, got my mom, and brought her back home so she can rest and we can enjoy this Christmas. Unfortunately, Christmas sucked because when you have a nervous breakdown, it takes a toll on you, and it takes a while to recover from that. So I was able to still do the video and announce of giving away the figure to Autobot John, who's that's his name on YouTube. His real name is John. Good friend of mine. And what inspired me to do that was when everybody got together. Rick Morris and a couple other people got together and got Dean Knight the Captain America figure, because at that time Dean was out of a job, couldn't really afford to get a Hot Toys figure. So John is the same way. He really can't afford to get Hot Toys like that, but he loves this hobby. He creates his own 1/6 scale figures. They're not the best, they're not Elvis 1976 quality, but you know what? In his eyes, when he's done with what he did with the figure, um, that's what counts, and he loves that. And I don't think people should knock him for that. And I think more people should sub to his channel and support him. Again, you'll look at his figure and you'll say, "Oh my God, this could be better. That could be better." But you know what? In his eyes, this is what he loves doing, and it turns out perfect for him at the end of the day. And I really think people should support his channel and support with what he does. So, I mean, he built a life-size Terminator, for crying out loud. So I went on ahead and I bought the Terminator 2 and I gave it to him for Christmas. Um, and then after that, Christmas just sucked again, because when everybody's having a blast and your mom is just sitting there, with a blank look on her face, it breaks my heart. So Christmas sucked. I didn't think about sending um, Tess Jess the Dexter. I didn't think about sending Nenny Bruce. I didn't think of any of that shit. I didn't think about Mike Sean's going away. I had a lot on my mind, and it was just like, you know what? My main focus is my mother, and that's just it. And it got ugly. And Rick just did that video at the wrong time, when not too many people responded to Mike's charity, and then he mentioned, why would I give away a figure to John when I should have given it away to Morris? And I had my reasons, like I just told you, why I gave it away to John, and it just got ugly after that. I do a video, he does a video, and then it's just pure drama that should have never happened. And it was just a bad time. And from there, me and Rezo got into it, and then I got into it with Mike, and it just got ugly. And when you got a lot of shit going on in your head, and you're the one person that you look up to, if somebody was to sit there and say, shoot yourself in the head right now for your mother, I would do it. And she was my main focus. I didn't give a shit about anything else. And it just got ugly. So with that being said, I'm not going to go much in depth. She's fine. She's 100% now. I'm thankful for that. Again, you guys don't see what happens on this side of the screen. During that time, I got messages on YouTube calling me a nigger. I got messages saying, I hope your mother dies. When I mentioned that, I don't think I went too in depth with it, but I've had messages like that. And you guys don't see that. and I don't really talk about it because I just delete it. And a lot of negativity I would get from people on YouTube, ghost accounts, and that's what I got. I don't know how many messages I got calling me a nigger. And I don't know how many messages I got saying, yeah, I hope your mom dies and all this other shit. So when you can only imagine the frustration and the fire that I have. So Rick just did that video at the wrong time. So I'm saying it now, like I wanted to say on Figure Talk. I have no issues with Rick. I always respected the dude. I was literally the first one when he said he was going to retire. I was the first one to jump on YouTube doing a video saying, "Come on back, man." Me and him are diehard Prince fans, and hell, I'm the one who convinced Sarong to do Prince. I'm hoping he still does it, and I was hoping Clipper gets on board with that and get that figure and do his reviews like he always does. I have no problem with Clipper doing 5 videos on a figure, because the difference between him and Sean Long is Sean Long has to speak positive about the figure that he's reviewing. He can't say, excuse me, he can't say anything negative about it because he's getting paid and he's getting free figures for it. To where Clipper, he's going to give you his opinion, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, and I respect that. I always had. And I watched the Jimi Hendrix review. I watch it over and over again. So if there's thousands of hits on that video, it's because I'm always looking at it. So I want him to hear this. Again, I wanted to go on the Figure Talk, and I wanted to say that to him, and I also want to say to Mike. Again, I wanted to support your cause, and that's what happened. I had a lot of shit going on, and it just got ugly after that. And I don't want bad blood between me and Mike, because one, I respect the dude, one, because he wore the uniform like I do. He's ex-Marine, and if you worn the uniform, you got my respect right away. Because the 18 years in the military, I will take a bullet for any of my people, man and woman, that wear the uniform. So, and men and women that have worn the uniform, because it's a lot of shit that we got to do to protect this country, and I don't want bad blood between me and him. I don't want that. So maybe one day I can jump on Figure Talk, and everybody will be on there, and um, we can get that understanding. I reached out to Mike Magnus. I reached out to him. I apologized to him, but um, he's like whatever with it, but that's fine. I'm at peace with myself for coming out and apologizing to him. Again, a lot of people, a lot of people misunderstand me at times, and then they don't see the shit that happens, not because of well, no, I'll probably say because of a lot of the things that I have said. Um, Again, when I first got into this whole collecting thing, I was a rookie, um, and I didn't know anything about the freaks. So when I started questioning about the high cost of a figure, or the high cost of clothing, and why the fuck people would pay that, instead of somebody taking me by the arm, and say, "Hey, dude, let me holler at you right quick. This is what goes on here," and things like that. You don't want to sit there, and things like that you don't want to say. Uh, they put a lot of work into it, and if you had the outfit in front of you where you can look at it, you would probably have a little bit more respect with the price. The other one was when I recasted Adam Goo's Bruce Wayne head. And I specifically told the reasons why I did that. And that was like literally they wanted to kill my firstborn for doing that. And again, nobody sat there and took me by the arm and said, "Hey, bro, you can't do this. This is the repercussions of that." Instead, I was attacked, and I'm the type of individual where if you attack me, I'm gonna jump right back at you. So on the Freaks, I've had racist comments directed towards me. None of those individuals were banned or reprimanded for that. Um, and it was just from there on, it just went straight downhill. And I was banned again because I was accused of selling recasted heads on the threads. And when I asked Dave, why was I banned? Show me the proof. Show me a PayPal transaction. He right away sat there and said that's for him to know, and that's it. And at that time, I had $700 something tied up in different projects, and I had no way of communicating to those people at all. And I'm like, I'll be damned if I sit there and lose that fucking money. So I had to create another account to jump on there to clear all those accounts out. And when I told Dave that, he didn't want to hear it. So to me, I'm like, wow, you're really gonna sit here and you're gonna be a dick like that. Okay. So ever since that happened, people say if you hate Sideshow Freaks so much, why are you on there? There's two reasons. One, there's too many good artists on there selling shit that can improve my collection, and a lot of people sell on those threads. I mean, when you want to get a Hot Toys figure at a good price, the Freaks is the way to go because those guys are literally selling their shit left and right. Other than that, I don't get into the politics. I don't talk about uh, anything. Well, I can't talk about anything because if they know it's me, they're gonna ban me. But let's just say if my name was reinstated, I would not get into the topics because it always leads to drama. Rain Man threads always leads to drama. You literally have to go on there and you have to be positive. You have to be positive all the way. If somebody puts a sculpt out, you have to say you like it even though you don't. If there's a price put out, you got to say you love it even though you don't. Because anytime you put your opinion out there, you get attacked and blown in the head for it. So, um, that's it with the Freaks. I mean, it is what it is on there. And, I mean, even now, somebody jumped on there on a ghost account and put in their 2 cents. And they clearly said the reason why they created the ghost account because they didn't want their real name to be exposed because they will probably be banned. But they laid it out on the table and said, you guys talk shit every day. There's always drama on something. And then all of a sudden they automatically assume that it's me. And my name is being trashed all over the place. And I'm like, if I had an issue with you guys or a certain person, I'm going to let that individual know. And I've done it. The whole recasting issue with Short Round. I mean, clearly everything leads towards this guy. And then when I bring all this information to the people, of course they don't. Those 10%ers, they don't want to believe it, and so of course it was clearly shot down. Even though a lot of people got their the point wasn't trying to get the dude banned, but the point was to have everybody's eyes now focus and be like, wow, so we do have sheep or wolves in sheep clothing going around doing this. Denny Kim, the sad thing about it is the relationship between me and him has kind of came to a cease because here's what I don't get. You ask me for your help or you ask me for my help to find out who recasted the head, and then when I supply the name, you can't accept it, and then you block me on Facebook, and then you discredit my name on Sideshow Freaks. I thought that was, uh, I thought that was like you had no spine. And I hate to say that, but you know, you could have easily just sat there and just talked to me instead of just doing that. But it is what it is. I still love your work, and I'll still support it. I'll still buy it. So uh, so with that being said, um, I have beliefs as well as everybody else does. Um, there's certain things I agree on. There's a lot of things that I don't agree on. But I'm never gonna attack you for your own opinion. You guys see the symbol. You see the man in the back. I'm a diehard Jordan fan. If you were to come up and tell me Kobe Bryant's better, I'm gonna say, okay, that's your opinion, and I'm always gonna forever till I go to my dying grave sit there and always say Michael Jordan will be the best. But I'm never gonna discredit you as a person because you said LeBron James or Kobe Bryant was better. I have certain there's certain things that I see about figures, and then there's certain things that I don't see about figures. And for instance, OSR is one of them. I'm banned again on there, and we'll get to that point here in a minute. But I just put together a figure. If you the original Beto Darkman, if you were to get that from somebody, they're gonna sell it to you maybe for two, possibly maybe $3,000. I just put this together for 250 bucks, and the quality of it is amazing. And I just feel like some people get overboard with the cost of a custom figure. Now, something like Darkman, the head sculpt is available obviously on eBay. The outfit is easy to kit bash, and the hands, you find somebody who's a talented artist, and bam. Or you can make him with black gloves and he's fine. 250 bucks. I just saved over $2,000. Um, Jimi Hendrix by Sarong, you cannot replicate it. I've already tried, and it's impossible. You have to have a very high skilled, like Yunsel, I think is her name, um, tailor. You have to have a very high skilled tailor to do that. It's very difficult to replicate that. And Jimi Hendrix is a masterpiece. Rain Man's Willy Wonka, masterpiece. Hell, even Sarong's Vince Van Gogh and his Beethoven, masterpiece. Even the Admiral Samurai, which is his latest work, that's $4,000. It's a masterpiece. And in my head, I can't even believe it gave me a headache. Now I'm thinking of dropping $4,000 to get that figure because it is a fucking masterpiece. $1,200 for a Jason Voorhees figure by Beto? Hell no. And I'm going to prove that in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to prove that, and I'm going to put together a Jason Voorhees Part 3 figure for less than 300 bucks. And I'm going to show you guys on my channel that you don't have to go overboard and spending all this cash on a figure that can be easily kit bashed for much less. Now, would I pay the money to get a Jimi Hendrix figure? Absolutely. It's one of a kind. You cannot replicate it. Am I going to spend $1,500 on a Jason? No. Freddie? No. I'm not going to do that. I got a one-of-a-kind life-size bust that I spent a grip load of money on because where are you going to find that at? Nowhere. So yeah, that's my little thing on that. So the OSR, what happened? Why did I get banned yet again? When I'm on OSR, I love to chat with everybody. But every now and then when you jump in there, it gets boring watching Iron Man, Iron Man, Iron Man, Iron Man, Iron Man, Batman, 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 Iron Man, Batman, Iron Man, Batman. It gets boring. I like to mix it up a little bit. So what I did was, the first thing I did was I went on eBay and I saw somebody was selling David from the Lost Boys. It's a customized figure that Rain Man did for this guy, and he was selling it for $10,000. I'm like, holy shit. One, that figure, the head is being done now by WGP, but this version is with David as a vampire, not a regular guy. The sculpt that Rain Man did on that, he kind of looks cartoonish on it. It's an awesome figure, but $10,000, that's a down payment on a house. There's no fucking way I'm going to sit there and drop that. And I wanted everybody else's opinion. It wasn't to sit there and call the guy a douchebag. It was just to get everybody's opinion. And nobody said anything to me. Nobody came to me and said I was doing anything wrong. So I kept with it. A couple of weeks later, I saw a Breaking Bad set of Walter and Jesse on there for $2,500. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty expensive for that. Put it on there and I said, hey, guys, what do you think? Specifically on the price. And a lot of people were saying, nah, I can't spend that money. I'd rather wait till Denny does his set and get it from that because it'll be much cheaper and probably a little bit better quality. Not trashing the dude, not calling him a douchebag. Yet again, nobody pulled me to the side and said, hey, you're doing something wrong. Rhino did Figure Talk. I always watch it. I support it. And I made a video the video was not focused on Figure Talk. The video was an opposite of what I did the video when I said taking this hobby way too serious. This was an opposite video of that. And I posted it on there, and Charles Lim immediately attacked me and was saying, how dare, I, attack other fellow collectors and I need to get a life. And I'm like, dude, these guys know me and it was a joke. It was not to sit there. And I even said after the video, it's not, I'm just busting your balls. It's not to discredit anything that you're doing. It's the same that they did on the actual Figure Talk when they were talking about other collectors, this octopus dude or whatever, and how they had a ball, just laughing, not dissing the dude, but just laughing at the name and the way he talks and shit like that. So there was nothing wrong with that. And this dude, I don't like Charles Lim. He doesn't like me. But he clearly trashed the thread by, saying this and saying that. And all it took was for Rhino to jump on and say, hey, I didn't take offense to it. Odell does that and, it's whatever. So, a couple of weeks go by and then I see a custom figure of Keanu Reeves as the samurai in Ronin 47. And I think the guy wanted $1,500 for it. Awesome figure, but I posted up and I said, anyone, what do you think about this? And that was up for about a couple of days, and then I was logging back on and off. And the next thing you know, I woke up one morning, came into work, logged in, boom, I'm off OSR. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? I'm asking. They said, dude, you did it again. You posted the thing about the samurai, the Ronin 47. The guy who created that figure is an OSR admin. So I sit back and I'm like, so you're telling me I can talk about everybody else's prices, but as soon as I do an OSR admin, I get banned. I'm like, how come nobody sat there and fucking told me from the jump, hey, dude, don't do that? Nobody said that. So they're like, yeah, you're banned. Never to come back, even though I'm still on there under a different name. It pissed me off because they were like, you can't do that, and I'm like, dude, I've read your guys' rules, and every day people are breaking those rules. Every day people are breaking those rules that they have, but nobody says shit. Where's the support for me when I post a figure of mine, and then I get people that jump on and say, oh, he's using a recasted head, fucking twat. He's sitting there using a recasted head, and no OSR admin is jumping in to stop it. Instead, they just sit back and they look at it. Or when I jump on OSR and help out a fellow collector, Tosh Wall, when she got screwed out of $600 for an outfit that she bought from Kato that never got past customs. They lost it in customs, and she fought for months to track it down, and she literally never got refunded. She didn't want to be refunded. She just wanted another outfit sent to her. And if it got lost again, then that's it. But they didn't even support her on that. And she lost a lot of money. And she's a diehard Walking Dead fan. And she supports a lot of Kato's work. And to me, if I was the artist, I would have said, I got you. You show me proof that it's been lost in customs. As long as you pay for shipping, I got you. But if it gets lost again, there's nothing I can do for a third time. Instead, it was zero support, and I got your money. Thank you very much. So I got on OSR and I said, hey, look, fellow collector, lost a lot of money on this, and she really does want this jacket and this shirt and pants. It's $600 to get it. There's a whole bunch of guys on here. Even if you contribute $1, if everybody contributed $1 with the amount of people that are on OSR, it would be way over $600. But if we can generate $600 for her to go get this outfit again and pay for it, it would be fucking awesome. And guess what? Zero support from Charles Lim. Zero support from any fucking admin on OSR. And that shocked me because I'm like, you guys jump on there and if somebody shows their collection, you guys are quick to jump on there and say, awesome collection, blah, blah, blah. But when I jump on there and I want to help support a fellow collector, zero support. So to me, OSR is just on some shady shit. And if I'm banned from it, so be it. I'm just gonna miss the chats that I have with everybody on there that I'm cool with. With that being said, I mean, you guys really kind of got the insight on things. I don't jump on YouTube and I don't jump on OSR to establish drama. Hell, I even had a fellow collector, and this person knows who they are. Went and fucking told Sean Long's ex-girlfriend, Rachel, I think is her name. I was madly in love with her and like stalking her. I'm like, huh? I saw the messages, and I'm like, why the fuck would that person do that? Claiming to be all cool with me and supportive of me and shit, but you're going behind my back, telling this girl I'm all in love with her, and I never said not one fucking thing about that. I said the chick was hot, and that was it. So, a lot of shady people were doing some shady shit behind my back. Um, I've gotten messages on YouTube, telling me, nigga this, nigga that. I hope your mother dies. I hope, this and that. Again, you guys are not on this side of the screen. And the shit that I read and hear, and it just gets completely, it just gets ugly. And, yeah. So I've reached out to certain people, and a lot of them, me and Ninny got into it, and oh yeah, back on Ninny and Test Just, they got everything, and I completely apologized for that delay and for not really coming through at that time. But again, that was just a bad time for anything. If it wasn't about my mother, I just did not give a shit. And yeah, a lot of people just um, take things the wrong way. When if you take me to the side and talk to me, then you'll understand that I'm not a bad dude at all. I'm just misinterpret. People misinterpret things, and so with that being said, again to Rick, uh, I have no issues with you, man. I don't hate you. I don't want any drama. 37, and it grows on you. Too old for this. Too old for shit like that. Um, the same with Mike. Um, again, I don't want the bad blood between us because again, you wore that uniform, and um, I never want to hate anybody uh, that's put that uniform on. So especially the shit that Marines go through. So yeah. With that being said, did I cover? I think I covered. I kind of want to say that I covered up everything. So hopefully on Figure Talk, I can jump on there. If I do jump on there, it'll probably be the highest views that Rhino will get, especially if it's announced that Odell is going to be on Figure Talk. Uh, no, let me rephrase that. It'll probably be the highest viewed Figure Talk episode if you have Odell and Rick and Mike all all on the same channel, all on the same uh, episode. I think everybody and their mama will tune in to it. It won't be no drama. Again, I would just address everything that I just stated now. Uh, Maybe everybody can sit there and say their 2 cents on it. Even Morris, I would want Morris on there. Um, because again, even with me and him, um, a lot of people kind of just misunderstood a lot of things when between me and Magnus when all that went down. Uh, Again, I even reached out to him and apologized on behalf on what happened between me and him, and it sucks because he was the first person where I started getting an understanding of custom figures. Uh, he was the first person that kind of got me into understanding the cost and how these things are collectibles and everything and blah blah blah. But um, that thing that happened on OSR, instead of pulling me to the side, it was all out in public, and it just got ugly after that. The whole contest, the little video that I did, it just got ugly, and it is what it is. I reached out to him. He had nothing to say, and but I'm at peace with it because um, I did what I had to sit there, and I said what I had to say on it, and I'll say it sucks. It really does because um, there's a lot of shit that's going out, and hell, I miss the conversations back and forth and talking about whether it's certain figures or custom figure that he got or that is coming out or whatever. Anyway, yeah, it sucks. So, uh, and I'm saying all this I'm not trying to promote my channel or make me a top guy or anything like that. It is what it is. I'm getting the word out to everybody. I want this to be the last time that I have to say this and explain from past events what happened, and I don't want to bring any of that shit up about my mother again. I don't. It happened in the past. It's done. It's over with. And I'm working on 40 minutes. With that being said, I want to get back into the game. Um, I want to get back into these figures. That Dark Man has really motivated me to get back into knocking these figures out. I've been taking forever on them because I just really wasn't motivated to get a lot of them done. If you look at my table over here, it's a mess, and it's a lot of figures I've been working on, but just really never finished. And now by finishing Dark Man, that got me motivated to get back into this. So I have a bunch of fabric over here that I'm shipping off to my tailor tomorrow. All I can say is stay tuned. Um, uh, I've got so many grails that I am finally going to work on getting done. And the Jason, again, it's no disrespect to any of those, especially Stiff. It's no disrespect to any of those who bought the Jason figure from Beto. By all means, it's your cash. You can do whatever you want to do with it. Me personally, I just want to put my 2 cents in, saying that hey, it is possible to get something like that without having to spend all that type of money on it. So Jason, I will be getting him out, and we'll see when he's done. I'll do the video. You guys, please leave me your feedback. If you think it's a piece of shit, by all means, you don't have to say it's a piece of shit, but just, give me your 2 cents on it. Just tell me, Beto's, mine, or it's equal, or just whatever. But in a positive. I want to keep it in a positive way. So it's not to trash Beto's work at all. I want to make that very clear. It's not to trash his work at all. It's just to say, hey, I can put this together for much cheaper. And also it can help others who may not be able to afford a $1,200 Jason, but can afford a $250 Jason. It'll help them and inspire them to go this route instead of going, that other route. So 41 minutes going on 42. That is it. It is almost 1 o'clock in the morning. My ass needs to be in bed because I got to be up for another day saving the world. With that, peace. Again, it's Dark Man. He's sitting right over there. It's just pure fucking badass. More to come. More to come. All right, y'all. Peace.